Hi, and welcome back. Back in Final Fantasy XIV, and this is Mana. Say hello. And we're here to pick up where we left off last time. We're going to get our next story quest from Roger here. Roger has to say. Word is back. Blackbrush Station is sorely undermanned. The stone torches there can't get a moment's rest. Don't need help none that the antlings have been multiplying like there's nobody's business. For every critter warned and put down, 2 more buggers spawned in its place. I was thinking perhaps you can make yourself useful at the station and cull in some of the antlings. Don't doubt Warren would appreciate the help. And if he wins his trust, he's like to have more work for you, mind you. You need to show the man proof of your deeds. 5 or so antling mandibles ought to do talking for you. So we gotta go kill some ants. Right now I'm at level 10, so actually I'm gonna have to probably go do my class quest. I can actually get some. I can actually get skill. I think skill lob is what you get at level 10. No, I think it's level 10. Skill lob is good because it's actually a projectile attack with full enemies. So it helps when you're running like dungeons and big groups where you gotta get there before your party does. But, for some reason, I don't know why, they always got a healer or a DD that's willing to run straight into the face of danger. If they think you're running too, or if they think you're moving too slow, they'll try and push you by putting themselves in danger. So I gotta go do a class quest. That'll give me a new sword too. That'll give me level 10 sword. Oh no, level gear I've got. It's all level 7. Level 8. It's all level 8 gear, so it's pretty relevant. Too far behind. Here's Warren. What? You say you put down some antlings. Are you scarce the first to come here and make that claim? I'm hoping to earn quick coin unless you proof of what your feet. You'll not single deal from me. Oh, so he wants proof. Paul's balls. Those are antling mandibles. Then it's true, you really called the beast. I apologize for doubting your words. With Udall nearby, you would think you were out of harm's way. Truth is, the antlings have been more active than ever. We could never have too many able-bodied adventurers help preserve the peace in the area. If you would lend us your aid, I would gladly assign you a task. God knows we've no shortage of them. Let's get this. This actually gives us a wrist piece. We don't have a wrist piece here. All my stuff was my inventory. These stone torches are cell swords, hired by Ajaman and some mineral concern to protect its interests. excuse me there, cough. To protect its interests, our primary duty here is to keep the tracks clear of pests, and for its purpose that we require your aid. You have proven that you have some skill at arms, but before I send you into the midst for fellow fiends, I would inspect your gear. A single piece of gear can mean the difference between life and death. I do not have it in my conscience to send an ill-equipped adventurer to an untimely demise. See to it that your arms and armor are all in order when you are ready to present yourself to me again. Okay, equip your body, head, hands, legs, and feet with level 5 or above gear before turning around. And I actually have oh yeah, legs. Give me legs. I either go do a quest or buy some. Skill do I have? I have 2,498. Well, let's go to armor. Purchase some about. Well, most of our gear is level 8 already, so let's see if we can get some level 8. Imp kicks. That's level 8, and that's for your war disciple. Let's pick that up. Should be what he needs for this quest. Yep. The sign above his head went from red to green, so. So you're ready for inspection. Good. Everything appears to be in order. You know, naught is guaranteed in this world. Fate is fickle mistress. After all. At any rate, a capable adventurer like yourself and a few are far in between, and I would have you not throw away your life. And have I had to bury too many comrades who brushed aside cracks in their burgers and dents in their helms. No matter how you do no matter what you face, you do not disregard the importance of gear. And that is true words, man. Okay, so I'm taking the shield because I don't have a shield yet. And that actually unlocked a couple of quests for me here, so I'm not going to do them right now, I'm going to do them later. And it's off camera. But I can that. And Warren has worked for an adventurer wanting to examine the goblins' attack on ore wagons. Let's get to it then, shall we? Ore wagons pass through the station every day, but not without incident. Wagons coming and going from the dispatch yards to the south must pass through the tunnels, and the tunnels which generally saw fit to put an ore storehouse, creating ideal conditions for goblin nests. Oh wow. So now that the ore-loving beasts have taken up residence in the tunnel, we dug and practically deliver meals to their doorstep. But no more. Inside the tunnel in question, you will find a narrow fissures where the goblins hide and use this silver ore cluster to lure the creatures out and then slay them. Okay. So we gotta go over here to the south. Okay. Some bad congestion going on today. Arrow fisher. Silver ore cluster down. When the game first come out, well, when it first re-released, when you did this quest, you had people doing this quest as well as a level 10 gladiator quest in here. Everybody would spawn the goblins, and it was spam that AoE attack and hit everybody in there, and it would just, oh my god, it was bad. You'd sit there and you'd have like 3 people spawn their goblins on top of you, and the next thing you know, you're gonna be dead lying on the floor. It was nuts. I don't know if they ever took out the where you're affected by someone else's AoE. I know in Final Fantasy XI they did that. That was the way people grieved other players. They would drop mobs that would spawn like AoE attacks, like bombs. They would pull a bomb to a party that was in their way, or pulling too many mobs, because you had the XP off mobs. They had a mob grind, so they would drop a bomb in a party if it was getting too greedy. Or goblin would pull a goblin where it does a bomb toss and just wipe out the party at the last at an inopportune time, whether either the tank was low or healing, or healer was low on health or something. They'd drop the bomb on him. That was crazy. Well done. It shan't be easy work keeping the tunnels free of goblins, but our wagons should be able to go unmolested for a time. Disruptions in the ore shipment threaten not only interest in Imogen Son and Sons mineral concern, but Udall herself. One might think these train tracks to veins that bear our nation's lifeblood. If only we had more women like you to lend a hand. So we're gonna get some more gear. Let's get the Copper Gorget, because that's for our class. Go ahead and equip that. What else? Give us. Wow, he's gonna give us an upgraded sword. Okay. Ah, Manor, I dare say you are the right woman to solve this mystery. Someone or something has been literally littering the tracks with pieces of silver ore. Even a tiny chunk can send a wagon off its course. I've had to devote significant manpower in locating and clearing these disruptions. We can't keep this up forever, though. I need you to find the culprits and put the end to their mischief. Search for any piece of the pockmarked silver ore on the tracks. If you're lucky, you'll catch the bastards before they escape. Okay. We gotta check the tracks. Yep, this one. And there's one this way, and there's another 2 the opposite direction of the track. That looks like 4. Start of the game, this is not what I thought Spriggan was like. I think, don't quote me on this, but I think Spriggan is actually, I think it's German for ghost or poltergeist. I'm not quite sure. I know it's supposed to be a specter of some kind. So little furry creatures that leave ore around is not something I would think when I friggin'. This is more like a gremlin. Yeah, it's more like a not necessarily butterfly, but yay! Beat it. Okay, 2 more to go. So my plans are to actually get this class to, let's say about 50. Sorry, not this class to 50. I'm gonna get this class to about 23, I think it is. We get provoked. Do you guys need that when you take classes? But once I get provoked, hopefully we can get there before too high on the storyline class. But you can get provoked, and then I'm going to switch over to the Marauder class. And then once I switch over to Marauder, I think I'm going to do Dark Knight at 50. So I'm going to have to do this to 23. I think it's unlock provokes at 23. Then I got to get Marauder to 30, where I could change it to Warrior. And then Warrior from 30 to 50. And then get into Ishgard, where I can do the story quest to get Dark Knight. So Spriggans were Spriggans were responsible. A little crawling Gorn on the ore as a hound on a bone. The rocks on the tracks were their goddamn leftovers. Some superstitious miners believe that Spriggans are harbingers of fortune. But in my reckoning with the creatures, they are not more than pests like goblins. As far as I'm concerned, they're no better than ill omen for Almagen's and son that you ever than you. Ever since you began helping out at the station, our operations have been running without so much as a single hiccup. So I don't want to pick up the sword now because I'm going to get the sword with my level 10 class quest. It should be the same sword. I don't plan on doing any of these other classes. I could go for that. I mean, bronze. Let's get the bronze piece. And that's actually got us 11. Wow. We just hit level 10. Not more than 10 seconds before I started the video. Okay. So what I'm gonna do here, I'm gonna pause the video and I'm gonna do my level class quest. And then I'm gonna come back and restart the video. Alright? Okay, so now we had just completed the story quest, not story quest, but the class quest for Gladiator. Got me a nice new paddle and some gloves. So we're gonna pick up where we left off with Suzumiya. I think that's how you pronounce the name. I'm not really sure. The ultra-sensitive adventurer. I was hoping we'd bump into each other. Why? Because I'm most fascinated. A piece of news recently reached my ears, and I'm eager to share it. May I? Rumor has that there is a vast, untapped vein of ore beneath the ruins of Ciudad. But that is not all. Inconceivably, the concerns appears to be entirely ignored of its existence. And even as we speak, a young upstart self-made merchant from Stone's Throw, of all places, is moving in to claim it. The fellow's name is Winston, and he is a very, very ambitious young man. Not only does he intend to secure the elusive excavation rights, but they say his master plan is to use his newfound fortune to curry favor with the Sarracan. Of course, Thermitage only considered the opinions of the most wealthy when drafting the laws of Udal. If you would have your voice heard, you must prepare to pay the Sultan's ransom. The Sultan's ransom. One voice which is invariably heard belongs to Lord Lorito. He has long lavished guild upon the Thermitage, and in some claim he devises new laws with the expressional intent of ruining his competitors while protecting his own interest. Suffices to say, if Winston thinks he can compete with the likes of the Syndicate, he's in for a rude awakening. But that eventually may yet be little ways off. For the present, he's moving ahead with his plans, assembling a team for survey of the site. I'm told he's at the Coffer and Coffin right now, recruiting able-bodied adventurers to escort his prospectors. Warren said you were looking for work. Mayhap you should meet Winston at the and volunteer for his expedition. Okay, so we're gonna go back to the Coffin and Coffin. Meet this guy, Winston. The wine stand or Winston? Winston. Come to join. Sorry, but you're too late. Some brass blades were looking for extra coin volunteers, and the team already en route to the ruins. But look, I know it's not easy to find work these days. If you're interested, there's something else you can do for me. So you get a little side quest. There's these children outside, the ones from Stone's Throw. I look after them when I'm spare time, and so they've taken a liking to follow me around, even when I tell them not to. But that is overseeing the research of the vein. I can barely have a chance to visit the privy at the moment, much less entertain younglings. Can you give these ginger cookies and convince them to go home for me? All right. Now that is not a starving child, that is a Lalafell. That's a Lalafell, not a child. The hell? Winston's kind to us. I like him. Yeah, you just here for the free cookies, aren't you? This is for me? I want to eat it, but then again, I don't because it'll be gone. Tell Winston thanks, and I tell him I'm sorry for getting in the way. And that's another Lalafell. What is up with these Lalafells? They must love cookies or something. But Winston always plays with us. Why won't he come out and play? Wow, a ginger cookie. I'd better save some for my brother. I know, I'll go home and eat it with him. I see through your cunning plan, Lalafell. I ain't going nowhere, Missy. I'm too hungry to move. Besides, you said you have to carry. Besides, you'll have to carry me. I got a paddle on my belt. You want me to use it? A cookie. Wow, if Winston really wants me to go home. Alright then. But I want two next time. What? Wow. That kid's spoiled. I like playing with Winston. He makes sure no one bullies us. Winston's worried about us, so I don't want to make him worried. I'm a good girl, so I'm gonna go home. Thank you, adventurer. I only wish I could do more. Stone's Throw is no place for a child. Not that my childhood was much happier. Never enough food to go around, nor work to earn it. But no shortness of contempt from the great and the good. Remember, thinking things could only get better, yet now, after the calamity, everything else for us refugees is to be forced to live outside the gates like bloody beastmen is discreet. They said with enough money you can change the laws here. So I'm going to make a fortune and do just that. I'll buy the excavation rights and start my own mining business. Then I'll give my fellow refugees the work they cry out for and pay them fairly. The mining companies have profited from our suffering for too long, but in their hubris, they've grown complacent, presenting us with a golden opportunity. And we will take it, adventurer. We will claim our dignity and with our place within those walls. We found her. We found her vein. Winston, you must come and see. Already? Amazing. We leave at once. You should join me, my friend. Come bear witness to the history in the making. Alright, so we gotta go to the ruins. I think it's called Sada. Almost like Uda, but harder to pronounce. Alright, I'll be honest, I couldn't pronounce Uda until I heard it pronounced. Even then, I still butcher it from now and then. Whee! Uh-oh. Winston got jumped. Uh-oh. Tall's balls, son. A vein ore in the middle of a ruined, bloody city. God's damn idiot. What did you think was gonna happen? That you strike it rich and get cozy with the L Order while the masters of Ul'dah looked on? No one crosses the Syndicate. The Syndicate. Finally sunk in, has it? But look at this. Not all your friends have deserted you. Seems some. It seems. Lucky boy, now you won't have to die alone. O mournful voice of creation, grant me this humble stone a soul, so that it may wake to life. Who's spouting that gibberish? Show yourself. This ain't no part of the plan. Bloody hell, does Lord Laredo mean to kill us too? shield makes when she's lost. Reminds me of BB hitting a tin can. That golem couldn't be vanquished. That woman is no ordinary adventurer. Quick bastard. Damn, it seems I've missed all the fun. I see you didn't need my help this time. I would compose a ballad in your honor, but I fear no words would do you justice. The songstress of Udal herself could not rival your beauty. Oh, stop. And I have oft heard of it said that Blossom's beauties can move a man to love and song. But truly never did I believe it until I met the two desert roses. I heard they attacked another caravan. Aye, and busy and suffering for it. Bloody Amulja. What's stirring them up to do, you reckon? Another raid. I'll wager the caravan was carrying crystals, like the last. If truly they mean to summon a primal, you must act quickly. Are you coming, love? You wouldn't keep a girl waiting, would you? There's a thought. So tell me, where in this marvelous city might you lovely ladies be staying? At this rate, grain will soon be more precious than gold. A result of the uncommon bad harvest, be sure. And we have you to thank for them, do we not? So this is before the calamity, because Dalamun is died. Aye, this is the weakening of the etherical flow. It must surely be linked to Dalamun's descent. And of course, to the primals. A fine mess, but we do not lose hope. Must not lose hope. Louis Soir will know what to do. We only need to trust in his judgment. Truly a marvel of Charlanian ingenuity. It's as if I could reach out and touch the ether. On to focus. No more gallivanting like before. Scions are counting on you. Have faith. Just have faith you can do this. A disturbance. Sultana tree. Maybe Papa Sean will know something of it. And I guess that part right there really confuses me. I don't know if it's two parts, one before Dalamun and one after you meet him for the first time. It looks like they've gave you quite a thrashing. Can you walk? It's me. I was too late. Our person of interest had already quieted the scene. The general? Very well. Shall be there anon. My colleagues went to great lengths to provide me with the means to detect etherical disturbances. But every time I find one, you seem to be in the middle of it. I'm starting to wonder should I might not be simpler to follow you around. Sadly, I have business elsewhere. Tread softly, my friend. Carefully laid trap you dismantled was clearly sanctioned by Lord Larito, and I hear the blades mention him as they fled. Believe me when I tell you that he's not a man to be trifled with. The Sultana's enemies grow bolder by the day, and I suspect that they have the support outside. Thank you. If you hadn't come along, these bastards would have surely slaughtered us all. I would speak with you further, but it isn't safe for us to linger here. Find me at the Coffin and Coffer later. Till then, stay safe. I shall accompany Winston and his men. They need protection and I need more information. But where are my manners? I've yet properly to introduce myself. I am Thancred. A humble scholar surveying the flow of ether in Thanalan. It's an honor and a privilege to make your acquaintance, and I hope when we next meet, it is under more auspicious circumstances. Farewell. Wait a moment. It occurs to me, maybe we have... Never mind. Very well. Alright. Now we're gonna go back to Coffer and Coffin. I said that backwards. It happens. Yeah, words are so light. Cool name for a bardo. Well, bless you, my friend. You risked your life to save ours. Betrayed by my own guards. Gods, I was a fool for trusting those men. Lord Lorito owns the goddamn brass blades. I should have questioned their motives from the start. Even so, I could hardly have predicted that the wealthiest man in Ulaw would have wanted me dead for the heinous crime of seeking to change the law. I'm just a merchant, for God's sake. You ruthless bastards. And what of the monstrosity? Those were his own men. It beggars belief. Well, that's it. I'm finished. If I stay in Ulaw any longer, I'm good as dead. My associates, my friends, gods, even the children may not be safe. I don't disappear. If I don't disappear. And you, god damn it, if Laredo learns of your involvement, you'll be next. I'll speak with the others and make sure your part stays secret. Beyond that, I don't know what to suggest. Maybe you seek counsel of Mistress Momodai. She helped countless adventures in her time. Perhaps you'll know what to do. Go quickly now, my friend. Lorito's spies may be watching you. And I have a hard time saying that Lalafel's name. I guess because I've always heard it with Lord in front of it, I keep wanting to put Lord in front of it. It just trips my tongue up when I try to read it without the prefix or the title. So we are going to probably end the video here. I will probably go ahead and just finish it now. It's probably sitting about 40 minutes. And that's usually about the time I want to stop on videos. So I don't want to make them too long, because they're pain to hurt and up when they're too long. So I'm going to run over here, and this is where I'm going to log out. So when we start back up, we can just go ahead and grab our quest. Alright guys, thanks for watching.